Welcome back to a excuse me, a new video. So we won the last game 30 to 4 with my taking until two strikes strategy. So I have no idea if that's going to be entirely viable. Kevin Williams is going to be back in a week. Audiel's going to be back next year. Pete Fairbanks might get back by the end of the year. I think since we're at the end of the month, let's go to the injury list. So hold on. I have to make sure that these guys are on the 40 man if they're not already. I don't think we'll get Audiel back. We definitely don't won't get Bruce Star back. But I think if they're on the 40 man, they should be able to be here for the playoffs. If not, then I got scammed and I'm going to be very annoyed. But yeah, we'll continue with our strat of just never swinging. Seemingly destroyed the Royals. We had saw their entire bullpen, their entire bench players, and then we saw the starting pitcher to end the game. I almost immediately swung away. We don't do that here. So Jose leads off with a walk. I'm also trying not to steal that much. I don't like how the score bug is blocking Austin Wells' stats. I don't know how to fix it either. A two-run home run, so that's a fantastic start for us. Never looked at these before. Oh, huh. I can take that off. I didn't realize I could do all that. Huh. All right, so I'm able to see that now. Um, I guess we can just toggle it if we need it. All right, so that's, well, I learned that, so those options over there. I wish I could drag it and move it, but it just needs, like, the camera angle of the field needs to be different, so the score bug could be there, but maybe there's a way to do that, but I'm not going to mess around too much with that. So we do take the quick 2-0 lead. Cal Steven is on the bump today. Technically not getting Tommy John yet. He's getting an elbow surgery, but 6-1, half a dozen of another. He's gonna be out all of this year and have to rehab next year. So I mean, like, so we got him over 40, which is ideal. I think about 45 pitches, which is pretty okay. More importantly, we got some runs. See if Cal's able to work out of it, and he is. So two scoreless for him. So we'll be able to get him hopefully to about 75 pitches this inning. It's not looking good for that. He's pitching pretty well this inning. So a quick inning for us. An efficient, relatively efficient inning for him. We get one out with a runner on second. We get the second out. And Aaron Judge hits a double to get them a run. So now it's 2-1. So he's at 66 pitches, so he's pitching well. He's getting into a lot of 0-2 counts. He only has 3 strikeouts on the day, though. If we get a walk, we should be able to get a steal with him. 2 walks, so Yankiel is up. Former Yankee. Right, and we actually haven't looked at our lineup in a while. I think because guys keep switching the rotation, it's not really that big of a deal. We can just leave our rotation how it is, since we're doing the same thing for every guy. So Cal's at 52 pitches. Hopefully he continues to do well, and he does. Shane Baz, who we tried to trade for, unfortunately is now a Yankee. So we did get them to have to go into the bullpen, surprisingly. Let's actually look at their bullpen. So they're pretty healthy. So we also traded them Grayson, I forgot. Oh yeah, we got Jason Dominguez, which he's in AAA right now. So in a sense, we've lost that trade, but Dominguez is more of a future player that we'll be excited to have. Shane is throwing a lot of balls. So 2 walks for him. An error. So the bases are loaded here with 1 out. 3-0. 3-1. And he walks in a run. No hits necessary for us. And unfortunately a double play, but we do get another run. Cal's at 63 pitches, so hopefully he can get through this 5th unscathed. Bryce gets a hit and a steal, and then a double is going to score them a 2nd run. They have the runner at 3rd with less than 2 outs, and Austin Wells is able to hit him in to tie the game up. Aaron Judge gets a walk. Come on, 1 more out. All right, so we're tied here up 3, so unfortunately not a very good start, and we do have rainouts turned off, so we don't have to deal with those. And Kafis is going to give us a lead back with a solo home run. We'd love to see that. His average is actually above 200, so he's been doing a lot better lately, which is fantastic. So they brought in Fernando Cruz. Yankeel's able to get a walk here. So they went into the bullpen again. 2 outs here for Jose. And he grounds out, but we do get the big home run, so Cal is in line for the win. We're going to go with Walters here. Walks Anthony Velope. Walks Bryce Johnson. There's 2 outs here. And he blows the lead. Gives up, man. Well, that's his worst outing in quite a while. Unfortunate. So now we're down a run. Strikes out after getting to a full count. Luis Gil is on the bump now. He strikes out as well. JJ Bleday had a home run earlier today. A fly out this time. We'll leave Paul in for this inning. Gives up a home run to Ryan McMahon. So we have 2 more opportunities to score. We get run number 5 on the bases. We're not going to try to steal, a little bit too risky right now. 2-1, 2-2. And he strikes out, unfortunately. 3-1 counts, full counts. And he's going to pop out in the infield. So 2 outs for Angel. And he strikes out. So not able to do anything there. Paul hopefully will just finish out this 8th inning quickly. And he does. 6-4. They bring in Mason Miller. We won't deviate from the strat. Strikes out, unfortunately. Jose gets a walk here, so that's big. Directly 0-2, and Bo Naylor strikes out. And that's going to be it for us. So we did get him up to 22 pitches, so that should help us out in the second game here. So we have roster expansion tomorrow. Not really sure who we'll bring up, but so Jack Flaherty's on the bump today. Let's look at their bullpen. Their bullpen's doing pretty well. They did a pretty good job of managing their bullpen. So Jose gets on base. We want to be aggressive because it's early. We got him the second. 3-1 counts. Full. See if he's able to move him over. And he does get a productive ground out. And he strikes out.
Strike three.
So we get a runner to the third with less than 2 outs, but unfortunately did not work out for us. Parker Messick is on the bump today. See if Yankel's able to do anything here. Full count again. So we're getting to him a lot of full counts, and he hits a home run. Love to see that. 108 exit velocity, so he actually hit it accurately. Ralphie getting the start today at first. He strikes out. Angel gets hit by a pitch. It's one way of getting on base. So we do get a run. See if we're able to hold on to that. A double play will certainly help with that. So a quick inning for Parker there. Yeah, we're getting his pitch count pretty elevated for not only having one hit. Right? How many hits do we have? Just one, right? We do just have one hit. So Jose's there with no outs. I think we try to get him to steal again, and it works out. And he threw a ball. 3-0 counts, and then walks him. So I guess that works out. Make him throw 2 strikes and swing away. And he hits another batter. So Flaherty's above 60 pitches now. So he's on the struggle bus. We're striking out with the bases loaded. Yankel's 0-2, and he's going to hit a sacrifice fly, so he has both RBIs today. See if Khalil's able to get a hit. His average is dipped below 200. And he flies out. So he might be losing his spot in the rotation. So Parker gives up a leadoff hit and throws a wild pitch. Gets an out, gets the second out, and is able to work around that little bit of a jam. Alright, we get a leadoff walk. Got him above 80 pitches here in the 4th inning. And a single for Angel with a full count too. So we might be able to get him above 100 this inning. A 3-run home run, that might just knock him out of the game. Yeah, that does. So they bring in Clay Holmes. And so we got into the bullpen without getting an out in the 4th, which we love to see. Jose gets on base. We try to steal again. Alright, we took a strike, unfortunately. So, ground ball's gonna move him. He was refusing to steal. He's run too much, I suppose. Alright, so we got him on base. Blade is back up. He gets on base, so 5-0. And we are running through their bullpen now. And Yankio rolls into a double play. So no RBI for him this time, but we do have 5 runs. Parker has been pitching efficiently, gives up the leadoff hit, and gets a double play. That will certainly make his life a lot better. Khalil's 0 for 2 on the day. I think we throw Rokio out there. His average is only 247 on the year, so he's not doing anything great, but he does get a pinch hit here. So the pinch hit works out. They brought Luis back in. He pitched yesterday a little bit. How's their bullpen looking now? So they have 5 guys left that have a decent amount of energy. Most likely we'll see Ryan Weathers next. A wild pitch is going to move him over the third. And Angel's going to hit a ground ball to score us run number 6. Kemp had a really big 3-run home run earlier in the game. Pops out this time, though. See if we get Jose a second. I think that's his 3rd steal on the day. And Bo strikes out, unfortunately, but we do get... How many runs did we get that inning? We just get 1 run. I'm going to leave the score bug up there since we don't need to see the catcher, so I can take that off if I want to see if the catcher's good or not. So Parker's at 52 pitches, so he's pitching really efficiently. He's had several double plays. He goes 1, 2, 3 in that inning. See if we're able to get Gil out of the game. He's staying in, although his energy's pretty good right now. I don't think he threw a lot yesterday. He threw 34 yesterday, never mind. So he should be getting pretty fatigued right now. 2 straight walks. Yep, they bring in Ryan Weathers. And so Yankiel does have home run on the day. We could try to platoon and throw a righty out there. I don't even know if we have righty. Oh, we have Rosario. I think that's actually the correct thing. Even though he has a home run on the day. Rosario strikes out, though, unfortunately, making me look like a fool. Rokio flies out. We're leaving Ralphie out there because both our bench players are left-handed. And he strikes out. We get 2 runners on. Parker's at 66 pitches, so he should be able to get through this inning. Gives up a 2-out single. So the shutoff for him continues. He's pitching really well today. Kemp gets a single here. We have 1 out. Kemp has had some struggles at stealing, so I'm not going to be aggressive with him here. Jose strikes out with 2 outs. We can try to steal, and it works out. Bo Naylor strikes out again. So Parker's at 85 pitches. Hits a batter. Gets the second out. The runner gets to scoring position. And the shutout for him continues. So Fernando Cruz is back in. hits a batter. I feel like we have a lot of guys get hit lately. Maybe pitchers don't like it when you don't swing ever. So he's on 108. So he's gonna have to come out, but 7 scoreless innings, no walks, 7 strikeouts. A fantastic outing for him. We're gonna bring Cade Smith in. See how Ralphie does this at bats. All right, we get a walk here, so we're gonna pinch run for him with Kafis. Then he can stay in at first. We're gonna go for the steal, and he gets all the way to third, so more insurance runs for us, potentially. There we go. So on hill with the RBI. So 7-0. I don't know why we even pitched Kate Smith in the last inning. Could have really used anyone. We're gonna throw Troy out there. So our pitching is done fantastic today. We'd love to see it. So we gave up only 4 hits. We had 1 walk as a whole pitching staff. And we left 30 guys on base. We had 12 strikeouts and 12 walks. Jose had 3 stolen bases. 2 guys, or Kobe Mayo got hit twice. Okay. So I wasn't just crazy thinking that. All right, so we have roster expansion today. Jose wins batter of the month here. Mike Thornton, we already knew he was a 2-star. I feel like some of these reports, they're late. Like I've looked at when we drafted Mike Thornton, he was already a 2-star, so I don't really know why that would show that he wasn't. But Will Hines is chilling in AAA now. Yikes. All right, so we have Chase Lauder and Jason Dominguez that we could potentially bring up. He's only batting 214 in AAA. He's batting 282. He's also a switch hitter, which can also wait Jace. He's up to 2.5 stars. I'm excited about that, even though it doesn't help us really at all. We're gonna go with him. That's kind of cool though. I don't think I've ever seen him get up to 2.5 stars. And we'll look at pitchers. We do have a guy on waivers right now. We do have a spot on the 40 man. I think we bring Jacobs up. We give Jacobs the opportunity to maybe to do exactly that, mop up duty. All right, so we're gonna take Khalil out of the lineup, even though Rokio, I guess their Wobas are pretty close. We're gonna move Angel up to the 2 hole. He does have 20 home runs on the year. Yeah, their Wobas are like almost exactly the same. All right, let's see if we can win the series here against the Yankees. We are back to 500. 2 games out of the wild card, which is actually to the Yankees. So winning this series is really big. And we play the White Sox, which is another big series here. All right, so they have a righty on the bump today. We brought Jace back up for a reason, so we're going to give him the opportunity in right field. Really, it'll be left field, and we'll put Buladay in right field. And Ralphie's going to start at catcher today. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So Jace is currently 0 for 12 in his career. Been on base, I think, once via walk. Oh, I did quick at bat. All right, I got to a full count. I went brain neutral, so Grayson is getting the start today. Might be their opener. All right, Angel gets on base. We're going to be aggressive because it's early. Go ahead and steal. All right, 1-2 count, and he's not able to move him over. So we do have a guy in scoring position for JJ. And he strikes out. See how Joe's able to do today. All right, he got through one scoreless. He gets on base. We're going to be aggressive again and steal. 1-2 count for Manzardo. He strikes out. Ralphie behind the plate today. All right, he gets a walk. See what Jace is able to do. 0-2 count. He strikes out. Not put him in the best spot there, but he's got to perform at some point. All right, so we got some base runners there. They get a double with one out and then a single. See if he's able to work around it. He is not, so he gives up a 3-run home run. Milan Tolentino. He's up to 2.5 stars. Wait, how many home runs does he have? He has 5. All right. All right. So we're down 3 here. So we're not going to try to steal because we're down too much right now for it to be worth it. Worth the risk. Grayson's up to 7 strikeouts. It's making us look like fools. But we are getting him to throw a decent amount of pitches. We'll see how many pitches he is at next inning. Joe gets a double play this inning, so he's at 67 pitches, so not as good as I was hoping. We get a couple base runners that should help us out. Capus is our best runner, so we're going to definitely have him try to steal. 2-1, 2-2, and he gets a walk. We'd love to see it, so he's at 77 now. So this is a really good inning for getting his pitch count up. 3-2, and he hits a single. Make sure we don't double click any buttons. He's a fast runner, very shallow, has a great arm, so we're going to hold him up there because we need more than 1 run. Jace, this is your really big opportunity here. 1-1 count, 2-1, 3-1. Full count. Let's see if he's able to clutch up. He strikes out again. Jace, brother. All right, bases are still loaded with less than 2 outs. 1-2 count for Brian Rocchio. And he rolls into a double play. That was a great opportunity for us to score and to help Joe out. But Joe has settled down after, well, now he gives up a solo home run. He had settled down. All right, so they went into the bullpen here. We're down 4. We need some base runners. There we go. Wild pitch moves him to second. 3-1 count, full count, and he flies out. And we only have 3 hits on the day. All right, 2 guys on base for Capus. 2-2. All right, another walk. Bases are loaded for Manzardo. 2-0 count. 3-0, really big. 3-1. Full count. Everyone's running. And he strikes out, brother. Oh, we leave so many guys on base. It's wild. All right. So see if Joe's able to get through the fifth. He gives up a double. He gets thrown out at home, and we get a double play. So a strangely efficient inning for him. We've had so many opportunities. This is a game that we should have a lot of runs in. We had any hits with guys on base. So Ralphie does get a home run though, so that's his fifth of the year. Jace has not had a hit yet. He's 0 for 14. Can he get on base? Full count? Oh my goodness. Strikes out 3 times. It's actually just horrendous. It kind of cracks me up. All right, so we get a base runner on with 2 outs. Full count, and he flies out. So Joe's only at 81 pitches. He's given up 4 runs, 7 hits. Just has 1 walk though. Got through the 6 pretty quickly though. My goodness, I guess he has a lot of stamina. Yeah, we can't get anyone on base. Got him up to 78 pitches already. All right, we get a walk here. I would normally want to steal with him, but we're down 3, so it's not really worth the risk. And Manzardo strikes out. Unfortunate. See if Joe can get through the 7th here. Gives up a 2-out single. And he does get the strikeout, so he made it through 7 innings for us. So honestly, a pretty decent outing. We just need to get more hits, but we shan't deviate from the strat. He strikes out. This is your opportunity, Jace. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Can he get his first hit? All right, he gets a walk. We can accept that. So we definitely pinch run for him. We'll throw Khalil out there for him. So Shane Baz is back, 85% rested. So he'll most likely get to the rest of this game unless he absolutely stinks. 3-1, full count, strikes out. All right, we get a single there. A little bloop. A little bloop. On hill. Will he clutch up and get a big hit here? 2-2. And he flies out. So unfortunate. Joe, pretty decent start. So we're down 3 here. So this is actually a perfect time for our extra man to come in and just go ahead and pitch the 8th here. Might have to change up our strat a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like when it netted us 30 runs in a game, I feel like there's something there. Down to our last out. Hmm. So Jace still does not have it. He did get on base 1 out of 4 times. Let's see, they have a righty on the bump today. I kind of just want to I want Jace to get his first hit. I don't think that's too much to ask. All right, so I think what we're going to do here is we definitely take till we get a strike. And then we swing away. So I think we'll adjust the strat just slightly. All right, 2 walks for Joey. Man, that's brutal. So a quick 3-run deficit that we have to deal with. We're still striking out a lot. Strikes out the side. So clearly our strategy is not working. They get a 4th run. Dude, Jace Ashley won't get a hit. He's cursed. Oh, so Joey's given up 5 runs. Not good. And we're just going to take the 2 strikes. We don't hit anything. We have 0 hits on the day, so there's no reason for us to take the bat off our shoulders. Immediately works out. So we get another run via 2 walks with the bases loaded. Jace, his first career hit is a grand slam that gives us the lead. Oh, that's got to feel good. That's got to feel good for him. He's batting 059. First career bomb, first career hit, 1 for 17. Oh, hopefully that's a... And it knocks the pitcher out of the game. Oh, that feels good for him. That's got to be... That's a great start. Well, not being over 16, but... That's got to feel good for your first hit. Alright, Jose gets on base. How's their bullpen even looking? So with the roster expansion, they're going to have an extra pitcher as well. So, I don't know. Hopefully we can do some damage to it. A double here. There we go. We only have 2 hits on the day, yet we have 6 runs. We hit a grand slam after everyone got walked to get on base. After 2 guys were walked down. That's actually like the goofiest score line for us. Alright, a single there is going to get us run number 7. We have 2 outs here, a normal runner. He has a great arm. We're going to send him anyway, and he's actually going to score, so it worked out. And the reason we sent him there is just because there's 2 outs. If there was less fractured foot, oh, that's not good. All right, Angel might be our everyday shortstop. We do have Khalil there as well. So Cantillo has more life. We gave him 8 runs of run support, so surely he can get through the 5th, and he does. So see how far we can push Lucas. See if Jace goes on a heater now. All right, he's on base. Two walks for us. We're going to get him above 20 pitches, which is good for a reliever. And we hit a single, so we're getting it to him. We're putting it to him. We're not sending anyone, though. All right, so with the bases loaded for Kefas. This is where we score via walks, maybe. Yep, that's what we do. Just walk in runners. So we have 9. Full counts, and he strikes out look, and what are we doing on hell? Two. Unfortunate. We do leave the bases loaded, but Joey's made it through 5. He's given up 5 runs. Because we have a 4-run lead, we'll be greedy for the 6th inning here. And he gets through 6, so a below average start, but he did give us some length, which we can appreciate. So Yankel, it's a 7th inning here. We're going to go ahead and pinch run for him. We will throw Kemp out there. And Ralphie's 0 for 2 on the day. We should have pinched hit. Actually, we have Rosario. What am I saying? All right. So Rosario's going to pinch hit for Ralphie. And he's going to strike out, unfortunately. Jace 1 for 2 on the day. 4 ribbies. Multi-hit game for him. Now he's going to strike out. He strikes out a lot. But you know what? That grand slam's the difference in the game right now. So we're up 4. So we have a lot of different pitchers that we could go with in this kind of situation. We're going to go with Tim here. See if Brian Rocchio is able to get anything going. All right, he gets on base. 3-0, 3-1. Full count for Jose. Ground ball is going to move him over the second. Cephas. 3-1 and a walk. So 2 walks for him this inning. Another walk, so 3 walks for him. We got him at 22 pitches. And Blade is going to hit a 2 RBI single up the middle. They're going to keep him in the game. How is their bullpen looking now? It's starting to get more fatigued. All right, bases are loaded here with 1 out. They brought in Jordan Hicks, which we brought Rosario in because he's hits better or hits well against the lefties. And he strikes out again, unfortunate. Bases are still loaded. And another walk with the bases loaded. Jace has another opportunity for more RBIs. And he's going to have his multi-hit game. So his first game is going to have 5 RBIs, multiple hits. He's starting to figure it out. He's above 100. All right, so we are up 8. So we're going to leave Tim in for this inning. Walks a guy. He's able to get out of it. So we get more time to fatigue their bullpen. So we have 2 outs here. Unfortunate. I think Tim just finishes out this game, to be honest. We're up 8. These are 3 scoreless innings. He gave up 1 hit in 3 innings, so he pitched really well. Cantillo gets win number 8 on the year. I don't think he's going to get the 10, but it's hilarious that he has not had a loss this year. So our last achievement gave us a perfect player card pack. Interesting. Alright, so we have to figure out what we're doing with Mayo. We're going to place him on the injured list for 10 days. What I'll probably like to do... How is his average? 250. His metrics are pretty meh. Is he a switch? He is a switch hitter as well. His metrics are pretty meh down there at AAA. We do have Ricardo Oliver as another catching option as well. A right-handed batter. So he can play catcher and he can play a good first base. Ricardo can also play, I guess he can play shortstop, but he can play in the outfield a little bit. We also do have guys like Angel Gano, which honestly, that actually might be the move. Acuna, I forgot he was batting well with us, so we'll bring Acuna up. Because Acuna can play short. Rocchio can also play short. Lefty lefty. So what we'll do is set his position to center. We're going to put Angel at second. And that gives us several options for who to put into the outfield. So Khalil will probably be our best rated outfielder. Yankel definitely is not. Ralphie definitely is not. And Blade and Elderman are not. So honestly, I think that's just what we go with for now. So we thrashed the White Sox, which is really nice. We're still 7.5 games out, 2 games back of the wild card, and go ahead and move into the next game. So still 2 games out. We're trying to catch that wild card spot. I think our taking strat is the strat. Cooney is back from AAA. Hurston's on the bump today. I should probably hit start game if I actually want the game to start. Might be helpful. All right, how's their bullpen doing today? All right, we've gotten to it pretty decent. So this will be an important game, obviously to win, but also to try to get into their bullpen as early as we can. Because then it could be a game 3 Cincinnati or not Cincinnati, Kansas City Royal disaster. We didn't get 13 runs in the first inning, so I don't think it's going to be the same. We get him above like 35 pitches, that would be really good. Good leadoff walk, which is what we love to see. And then a single. A lot of pitches, full counts, and guys on base. It's early, so we're going to try to steal with Elderman. 1-1 count for Rocchio. 2-1. 2-2. Strikes out, unfortunately. So we're going to get above that 35 pitch mark. We should get above 40 unless we get into a double play. We get the first run of the game. So pretty decent. The perfect situation is getting above 50 at this rate, or at this by the second inning, getting above 25 pitches an inning. All right, so this is good. So we're actually going to get above that 50. Jose grounds out. So we got a lot of he threw a ton of pitches that inning. First inning, he didn't throw too many. See if Person's able to lock in. He is. So if we have another inning like that, all right, perfect. We get the walk and the steal. 1-1, 1-2. Productive ground ball out. I mean, obviously getting runs is helpful as well. So I'm really focused on just getting guys on base, but if we're able to get anyone to score, that's also pretty useful as well. Many would argue. So Hurston's locked in for the first 3 innings. So he's at 78. If we have a good inning, we should be able to get him above 100. A full count and a single, that's a good start. It's a really good start. You can tell he's sweating. 2 full counts in a row, he strikes out, but we got to a full count, so we're gonna pretty close to getting him. He's at 92 and another, so that's gonna get him to at least 98. It looks like we got him above 100. We still have another batter, so he's at 101 right now. He has 7 strikeouts, but he does have 5 walks. All right, 6 walks, so we're leaving him in. They're gonna let him throw 180 pitches. There we go. There we go. Take him out. There we go. That's what we needed. So he walks in a run. 3-1, 3-2, and a grand. That's massive. Manzardo with grand slams. We have 2 grand slams in back-to-back. Or is this back-to-back games with grand slams? I think it is. So we have a 6-0 lead. We're not swinging. We're destroying their bullpen. There's no mercy because we want to think about tomorrow as well. You give us another walk. JJ Bleday is 0 stolen bases on the year, so I don't know why you're throwing pickoff moves to him. So 5 runs and 2 hits, that's what we do. Gives up a solo home run, unfortunately. They kind of have a killer's row right there. Murakami, Montgomery, and Gavin Sheets all above 20 home runs, and Murakami's above 34. So Rocchio gets out. All right, we get a walk here. How's their bullpen doing? So they do have Batista at 100% energy. They have Grant Taylor to bring in as well, and then Ryan Stanek. So after those 3 guys, then they're starting to run out. Which if we can get into one of those guys today, that would be fantastic. And we're still pretty early into this game. A 3-run home run for Acuna is going to help make that decision more difficult for them to whether to leave in Banda or not. Makes all our decisions easier too, which is what we love to see. Jose with a walk. A single here for Kafis, an infield single. He's at 49 pitches, so they really want him to finish this inning. But we're not going to have any mercy for him. Another walk. All right, they had to bring in Ryan. 3-0. Will they walk another run in? Full count. Bases loaded for Blood Day. Ooh, bases clearing double. This is turning into a rough one for him. Another walk for us. All right, so Hurston will definitely finish out this 5th. We're really trying to, with the 10-run, or now a 9-run lead, we should be able to push him pretty hard. Honestly, 2 runs through 5, it's pretty solid. All right, so we have a 9-run lead. We're going to leave our dudes in. Acuna with a home run earlier in the day. All right, Hurston's at 81 pitches. Quick 6th inning for him. We'd love to see it. They did bring in a new pitcher. I think he's already exhausted. Didn't mean to click out of that screen so quick. I didn't realize right clicking took you out of it. Kafis gets on base. We're up 9, stealing bases. That's what we do. All right, Hurston, you get to go through the 7th as well. Oh, we swung away. We're wasting at bats. I think we stay aggressive with him. Here we go. We got through it. Maybe he just throws a complete game. All right, we did get the Batista, which is nice. He was at 100% energy, so at least get him to throw a couple of pitches today. Person's at 109, but we do have a 9-run lead. One more out, buddy. Just get one more out. Oh, he's able to work out of it. So he threw like 138 pitches. So um, they beat us. They beat us soundly. Yeah. So he walked 2 or 3 guys, had 9 strikeouts, gave up a home run, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and we absolutely just devastated their bullpen. So we'd love to see that. Left 17 guys on, so actually not too bad, which shows us that we had some good clutch hitting with base runners on, which is nice. 11 RBIs. 11 ribbies. All right, so we won the first 2 games against the White Sox, which is really good. We're a game and a half back of, well, that's really, so we're a game and a half back of the Royals, who we soundly beat in our series. And so there's a lot of AL Central teams that are on the cusp. So it seems that Tigers, they're still pretty far up. So we're probably not going to be able to catch them, but we certainly are in play for the wild card. Zach Eflin's on the bump today. So Jose is going to be getting the day off. So Khalil maybe is going to be going to third. I think what I want to do is we'll take Khalil out of the lineup. We're going to put Angel. See, play short? I guess it's only 45, so he's not too good. We're going to put Acuna at third. I'm going to assume that he can play third. And then center field, we're going to let Rosario play today. I don't want to become obsessed with Jace. He is still batting 105, and Rosario has demonstrated that he can do a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and give him the opportunity to start today, even though it's a righty on the bump. So Cunha is leading off for us. He reaches on an error. We're going to go ahead and be aggressive with the early steal. We strike out. Full count strikeout, so not as bad. And he strikes out the side. All right, Cal Steven, 4.94 ERA. Walks a guy with 2 outs, gives up a single. Is able to work out of that, which we'd love to see. And a solo home run for Kemp. We'd love to see that. That is Kemp's 12th of the year. So we take a 1-0 lead. We had Eflin to 34, so not the best. Just need a couple of base runners to really extend that up. Two-run home run will give them the lead. It's always the big X factor is our pitching. A double here for Luis Angel Acuna with 1 out. A single, infield single, is going to get Angel on base. We're going to go ahead and try to steal with him. He gets caught. It's unfortunate. We were trying to prevent the double play. So we're not going to be able to get that tying run in, which is unfortunate. An error is going to get him to second. A walk. This could be a rough inning for him. Still only 1 out and a grand slam. So, and a triple. Goodness gracious. So 6-1 now. We're going to really need to get some guys on base. 0-2 counts are not going to help us out. So Zach Eflin is cooking us today. We have won the series, which is good, but we obviously want to get a sweep. We're only down 5, so it's not insurmountable, but these 0-2 counts are not helping us out. Another 0-2, and we're striking out every time as well. Strikes out the side again, so we are getting beat pretty well this game. 10 strikeouts through 5 innings, but we will not deviate from the strat. Surely he will get tired at some point. All right, they brought in Jordan Hicks, so we did get into their bullpen. It did take us until the 6th inning. A solo home run is going to cut the deficit down to 4. It's Capus's 24th of the year, so he's had a lot. Be a good day for Blade to get his 20th home run of the year. See if we can get one more outs. He does. So a pretty bad start for our pitcher. Still got through 6 innings, which is good though. All right, a leadoff single. That's where we got to get some action going. All right, 2 guys on base. They bring in the lefty. So do we bring in a righty? No, because the only righty we have potentially is Jose. Although, what's his energy at? 68. I feel like this is a good Jose opportunity, especially because he's DHing as well. Come on, Jose. 0-2 count, and he strikes. Come on, Jose. Come on, Jose. And he strikes out. This is brutal. And we only get the one, or we didn't get any runs there. We had 1 run in the previous inning. So Kyle got through 6 innings. It's about the only positive thing that we can say. We're down 4. So I think it's a good Zach Jacobs game. Solo home run, unfortunate. So Zach will most likely throw the rest of this game. We're down 5. We need some base runners. There we go. Got to keep it working. 2 guys on base. That's what we need. That's what we need. A wild pitch is going to put him in scoring position. We get a run, so we're down 4 again. Full count. And he strikes. Man, everyone is striking out today. All right, a single is going to cut the deficit down to 4. Or 3. We get 4 runs. We had to take Brian Rocchio out of the game. All right, so and we'll see for the next at bat for Jose if it's a. I think we go with our best hitter. I'm thinking we pinch hit for him, but why would we do that? Big home run for Jose. Oh, he strikes out, brother. All right, Zach. It's 2 walks. Kept it 7-4, so one more opportunity for us. Base runner. There we go. All right, let's pinch. Oh, we have Bo, and we don't have anyone fast, so Ralphie gets to stay out there. 2-1, 3-1. Full count. Big. Oh my goodness, brutal, brutal. That's unfortunate, but we do get 2 wins against the White Sox. Rocchio does get hurt. We don't know. Hamstring tendonitis. So we're all getting hurt. All right, so we're going by pure woba. Dean Gurley's been doing well in AAA. We also have Chase DeLauder, who is just a really good hitter in general. Dominguez is doing pretty poorly. So we'll bring DeLauder back up. We're missing a shortstop now, so Acuna is going to come in and play short. We're going to put DeLauder in at center. And unfortunately, like Jace just we just need another middle infielder, to be honest. Um he just literally only plays in the outfield. So we could bring Angel Gano up. We could bring Dean Curley up. I think Angel Gano is going to give us more potential for the middle infield. Yeah, so he could play. All right, so we gotta. Um, we can risk him. $69 and $69. We're 2.5 games out. Gotta keep winning. All right, so we do get Gavin Williams back, which is kind of really nice. So that means Joe Whitman can go back down to AAA. No rehab time for Gavin. We need him. We need him now. All right, let's see if we can put it to him. See how Parker's able to do today. Get a base runner on, and he gets caught stealing. Man. Stinks. We did get a couple of base runners on, though, so that is a positive. Bump up the pitch count. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, though, which is not good. Oh, they have Arias. Solo home run for Chase, fresh off his AAA stint. And it was a full count, even better. So we get a couple base runners, we can get them close to 70. It's good. We're going to steal with Jose. Keep the pressure on. There we go, there we go. Yankel's up. Base hit his last time. We're not going to go for the double steal. That's a little bit too aggressive. Full count. All right, ground ball's going to move him over. So we got him above 70, which is really good. Base runners will do that to you. So we got him close to 80. He did get the lead as well. So he's at 79 pitches. So if we have a good inning here, we should be able to get him above 100. We're going to steal with Acuna, maybe. Nope, he's too afraid to steal. A single will make it work. So Schwellenbach's at 87 pitches. 3-1 count, full count. Chase pops out this time. Rookie Angel Gano is going to hit a double here. Going to give us a run. So that's, is that his, did he play with us last year? No. So that was his second at bat, first major league hit. So he's off to a blistering start. So we have a 2-0 lead. We got into their bullpen, really good start, and we got the walk. We didn't look at their bullpen. We can look in here in a second. All right, he gets hit. We'll take it. So 3-0. So fly out there. Look. So honestly, their bullpen. So Spencer Strider is their closer, which is weird. Usually he's a starting pitcher, but their bullpen's pretty healthy right now. So hopefully we can put some more work in. I mean, we're only in the 4th inning here, and they're walking multiple guys in. So 3 walks for Bryce. We're up to 5 runs. A single's going to get us run number 6. Could be run number 7. As you can see, the ball at the wall is very shallow. We're not sending him anyway. Blade is not very fast. And, oh, they went to another pitcher. I want to say whoever was pitching was not throwing. They walk in another guy. And so this could be a disastrous game for him. And it's game 1, which is really nice. So Parker has 7 runs of support. Surely it should be enough for him. Jose gets on base. We're up 7, so we're not worried about trying to steal or anything. Kafis gets hit again. He's been hit twice today. Hit him right in the foot. All right, so he's playing first today. We'll throw Rosario out there. They load the bases up for Blade. And a base hit up the middle is going to get us run number 8. Not a good game for him. So ground ball double play first, or at home. Okay, home to first. Jonathan Rodriguez, another former Guardian, has not played a lot at the major league level this year. For good reason, because he stinks. Also just only plays the outfield, which is just not useful for us when he's just how he is. That's why we got rid of him. Arias was, I mean, did we trade them both together? So we got enough for Jose Suarez. So honestly, pretty decent trade for us. Suarez has been giving us more value than what Jonathan Rodriguez would have given us. So unfortunately, he didn't work out for us. And he's still in Double A. So we got scammed in the Gabby Arias trade, unfortunately. So really, they win that trade if he does literally anything. Right, Parker's at 75 pitches, so and he has an 8-run cushion. So we don't care about runs. We want him just to throw strikes. Still have a 6-run lead. An error is going to get us a runner on second base. Still up 6. Parker's at 88. You're going to make it through this 8th inning, aren't you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, he's giving up 3 and 8. So saving our bullpen while we're destroying theirs. We're laying waste to their bullpen. Another error for them, so that's 2 errors on the day, which when you are running through your bullpen, you really can't afford. All right. Bases loaded with 1 outs. Full count for Chase, and he pops out, unfortunately. More insurance runs. Another error. Oh, that's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. 3-0, 3-1, and they walk in another run. So a brutal, brutal game for their pitching. So they're down to 4 guys. Only one guy left has good energy. And Parker should be able to handle having 7 runs of support. Another complete game. We are complete game menaces now. So we didn't walk any batters either. So a really good. I mean, obviously a complete game is always good. Um, we're 70 and 69 now. Christian Moore. I keep saying Joe's ready to go to the majors, but he stinks when he's up there. Minimal with a foot, so we can just let him play through that. So 2 full games back of the Yankees and the White Sox. I think we have a pretty good chance. Obviously, we have to continue to win, but I feel like our odds are pretty decent. They got Logan Webb. What is their record? I didn't even see what there is. 82 and 57. Um, they did not play like that in the last game, and we have devastated their bullpen. We threw a complete game, so our bullpen is doing fantastic. How is their bullpen doing? Everyone is tired. So we'll probably see Strider and Jaden Hill today. Ideally, we do. I mean, I guess they have Bryce and Jake Bird. They have decent amounts of energy. But hopefully, our boy. Did we? I think I accidentally. Yeah, I accidentally hit intentional walk. So I mean, I guess that extra run is on me. That's pretty funny. That was a misclick. So we're down 2, but we know the strat. We got to get into the bullpen. Yeah, all right, we just need to stop trying to steal with Jose. He gets caught too much. A double for Kafis with 2 outs, which would have scored us a run if I didn't try to steal. Another error for them, so they've had a lot of errors in these 2 games. All right, so we do get a run here, so he gets an RBI single. We're not going to steal. We're just going to take pitches. There we go. Well, we don't try to steal. Acuna's just going to hit bombs. So we've got 4 runs to respond to their 2 in the first inning. All right, Gavin, lock in. Oh, all right, we got a hit. I thought we were still pitching. Our pitcher went so quick. I missed clicking more. All right, 2 straight hits. It's not good for probably their best pitcher, Logan Webb. He was with San Francisco this year, so they traded for him this year, and he's pitching well for Atlanta this year. And they're a really good team, so it's obviously been useful for him. We had a sacrifice fly for our 5th run. Got him up to 55 pitches, and we get another hit. It's going really well for us so far. All right, we had a 6th run. There's a walk. 6-2. So we're giving Gavin the run support that he's going to need because he hasn't had any rehab starts. He's right back to the majors. Acuna has been hitting bombs since he's come back up from AAA. Not this time, though. He's at 84 pitches. So if Chase can get on base, we might be able to get him to 100. He does not, but he'll definitely get to 100 in the next inning. Gavin has no energy. We've kept him in too long. I guess that's what the rehab starts does. It allows him to get his energy back or whatever. Alright, we got into 99, so he's over 100 now. Alright, they're into the bullpen. This is where we pounce. There we go. Run support. We love to see that. So Blade gets his 67th RBI of the year. And base hits. We love that. 3-1. Full count. And he gets out. So unfortunately, Gavin's not going to be able to get through. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Give him a base. All right, he walked the guy. He's done. He's cooked. So we're gonna go. We're only in the 5th now. I think we go with Walters here. All right, very good. And we don't swing. All right, we get on base. We're gonna go for the steal. Worked out this time. And we move him over the 3rd. All right, DeLauder needs to clutch up here. 2-1, 2-2. Strikes out. That's not what we needed. See if Yankeel's able to get a 2-out hit. They did bring in Jaden Hill, one of their few healthy relievers. We're going to leave him out here. 2 outs. 7-6. Unfortunate. We're going to bring in Seawald to get the last out. Maybe? Alright. Still 7-6. Pitching is not doing well today, but thankfully we have gotten a lot of runs. Let's look at their bullpen. So Spencer Strider is their last pitcher that can come in, and he has a 5.34 ERA. Obviously, they can bring in those other guys. We're going to steal. 2 outs, get him in scoring position. Alright, he just straight up refused to steal. It's diabolical work. Alright, Seawald hopefully can get a clean 7th inning for us. He's walked 4 guys already. It's gracious. Alright, we gotta have Cade Smith come in. Game's tied. So they were most likely... Alright, they didn't get the lead, but they tied it up. Man, Seawald really crapped the bed there. Alright, we get the leadoff guy on. They bring in another pitcher. So, they're still saving Strider. He threw 39 pitches yesterday, so we should be able to get him fatigued pretty quick. 2-2. Ground ball's going to move him to second with 1 out. So Bo Naylor's up with an RBI opportunity. Strikes out, not very clutch. 2-2. That's his 2nd home run today, I think. Fantastic. Fantastic outing for Chase DeLauder. Giving us a 2-run lead. And putting the pressure on their bullpen yet again. Alright, we're getting to him. This is what we do. He's getting cooked now. Alright, they brought in Jake Bird, so they're still saving Spencer Strider. Yeah, that would his big opportunity to blow this game open. We're gonna leave Cade in for this inning. We're just gonna have him pitch the batter. 1 more out. Oh my goodness, Cade, brother. Oh, that's unfortunate. But we do have the advantage if we do have to play extra innings for sure. Alright, we get the leadoff guy on. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1. We're not stealing, don't worry. Full count. He strikes out. Cunha has a home run earlier on the day. They really like throwing pickoffs to JJ. He has 0 steals on the year. Alright, so we're definitely not sending him. Normal arm, there's no reason to risk it. See if Bo's able to clutch up here. 0-2 count. He gets a walk here. So we have DeLauder up. They brought in Robert Suarez. So they are running out of pitchers. They actually are refusing to bring in Strider. I can't believe they haven't brought him in yet. Oh. So they get to play at home. We still have the bases loaded for Yankiel. Another huge opportunity with the bases loaded here. And we do get them RBI walk, so we do take the 10-9 lead. Jose blow the game open. Oh. Alright, put the ball in play. That's all we could really ask for. So, unfortunately for, I guess Cade's in line for the win. So, I think he would rather have not given up the 2-run home run. Alright, so we are in the 9th now. We have a 1-run lead. They have the tying run on base. 2 outs with him in scoring position. And we managed to not blow that game. So we're 2 games over 500 now. We're beating a really good Braves team 2 games in a row, which is really nice. So Acuna had a home run. DeLauder had 2. I think. Right? And we look at... Oh no, just 1 home run. So 2 straight games with a home run. Okay. Alright, so we're 17th out of 30th in the power rankings, but we scored 10 runs in 2 straight games. Our offensive numbers, our on-base percentage is up to first, which makes sense because we are walking a ton. Let's actually look at statistics, team statistics, and walks. We have just a couple more than the Dodgers, which is actually hilarious. So we lead the league in strikeouts by 1, but we have a significant amount of walks. Our on-base percentage is the highest in the majors. So honestly, I think it's like a net positive. It's kind of like Adam Dunn back in the day where you'd hit a home run, he would walk or strike out. We're not hitting, I guess our home run numbers are pretty good, but we are getting on base or we're striking out, which I guess is all right. We're just not putting the ball in play a ton. We really, oh, Dean Cream. Oh, see, unfortunately, a guy like this, like he's not going to be able to be on our playoff roster if we do make it. So Cantillo is going for win number 9 on the year. We are going for the sweep as well. We are a game back of the White Sox for the last spot, and tied with the Royals now. Maybe we can make a crazy run for the division, but probably not. We're focused on securing that wild card spot. See if we can do it. We need Joey to lock in. All right, Jose immediately gets on base. Pablo's pitching efficient. He knows we're taking, so he's just going to hit our guys. All right, 2 straight walks. So Pablo might be... He's off to a rough start. That's really... So 2 straight walks and a hit, so we have an immediate 1-0 lead. This could be a Royal situation, unless we do that. So that could have been really, really bad for him. He managed to mitigate the damage a bit. We got him above 40 at least. This is a long at bat. We could get him above 50 or a base hit. That will certainly help us out here. Base is loaded, and so he is above 50. Walk somebody. Best result. Best result. So we keep the bases loaded here. He strikes out. So we got him to throw a lot of pitches. We got another run. Gabby Arias is up, so we know he's not getting a hit. So he's above 60 pitches. His fifth walk as well. They really think JJ Bleday is going to steal at some point. I don't know why. Him, Chase Lauder, and Manzardo have 0 stolen bases on the year. Bo Naylor has 1. I don't remember. I guess we did a double steal or something. He really should just have 0 because he's not very fast. Right, Cantillo's pitching good so far, or well so far. See if he's able to get out of this. All right, he's able to throw 4 scoreless for us. Pablo's at 85 pitches, so if we have just even an average inning, we should be able to get him above 100. Jose needs a 5-pitch at bat. Here we go. We got him to 100, and he got on base. So Cantillo's only at 66 pitches, so he's been pitching efficient. And he hasn't given up any runs, so they had to go into the bullpen now. I don't remember seeing Alex Young, so they have Danny and Spencer that they refused to use in the last game. So we did see him the other day, I think. I mean, we left so many guys on base. This could have been, that first inning could have been really bad. We didn't hit into that double play. All right, he has 2 walks. He's already getting fatigued. Cantillo's at 88. We're going to try to see if he can get through the 6. One more. There he goes. 6 scoreless. So that's going to be the end of his day. They brought in a new pitcher. So that means that we do the same thing. We don't swing. They're bringing the lefty matchups, but joke's on them. We don't swing. Wild pitch moves him over. So he comes in and walks both lefties and gets to Jose with no outs. And Jose strikes out, unfortunately. Fielder's choice. So we have runners at the corners. They brought in Danny Columbi. Columbi, I guess would be how you say his name. I'm not really sure. All right, Joey Cantillo, really solid start. He's in line for win number 9. We're in the 7th now. Looks like Cade's not going to be able to come in. We could have Suarez come in, Trent Harris, or Zach Jacobs. We're going to have Trent come in for this inning here. Very, very good. See if we can get the Danny here. All right. Get the leadoff walk. That's what we love to see. Strikeouts not helping us. They actually throw so many pickoff moves to JJ Bleday. It's actually kind of insane. He strikes fear in the pitchers, and he has literally never stolen a base this year. All right, Trent's going to stay in for this inning. Never mind, he got hurt. That's not good. All right, so Jose Suarez will come in and... All right, I was like, not a good matchup. Bringing the lefty against the righty. Someone that mashes lefties. All right, Robert Suarez is in. They got to be pretty fatigued on their bullpen. So they really don't like Spencer Strider. They refuse to use him. Surely he comes in if we get Suarez out. I don't know what he did to their team where they just don't want to use him. All right, so we're up to... Let's see, that's a... Righty, lefty, lefty. I think we honestly just leave Suarez in, let him face the 2 lefties. And it worked out, so we get a combined shutout. For whatever reason, they just hate Spencer Strider. Joey Cantillo gets win number 9 of the year, so he's still undefeated, which is kind of hilarious. All right, so Trent Harris, we're going to have to throw him on the IL for 15 days, which he's not really that important of a player for us. So we have a lot of guys that we can bring up instead. We're going to leave Joe down there and bring up De Los Santos up. Maybe not. Maybe we just actually will bring up Joe again. All right, so we get this sweep of Atlanta, which is really big. So that gives us a tie for the last wild card spot. We're 2 games back from the Yankees. We're still 7.5 back from Detroit, so I don't think we're going to be able to catch them. Let's see what their magic number is. It's 15, so they're not too far away. Unfortunate for us. The Mets have won 5 in a row, and the Braves have lost 6 in a row, so we added to that disaster for them. So let's go ahead and jump into this series. Take a copy. Ooh, not a good start for us. So this is a big series for us, and we are immediately crapping the bed. So let's see how their bullpen's doing. It's honestly pretty good where it's at. And our strategy didn't work too well. I think we lost 2 of 3 against them. Jose gets on base. We're not stealing with him. It's caught all the time. 2 straight hits, though. We'll certainly take that. Full count, and he strikes out. Unfortunate. Ground ball out, moves him over. See if Yankiel's able to have a big hit here. He's throwing a lot of pitches. Man, alright, we load the bases, but we're not able to get anything going. See if first. Alright, he immediately gets hurt. We're losing everyone. That's not good. Alright, so we're going to throw Joe out there. See a follower. I don't think it matters really. He just has to come in. Alright, so this could be a rough one for us. We're going to need some offense at some point. We all strike out. That is a double-edged sword with this strategy, is that you will have a lot of strikeouts. Because you do get to 2 strike counts every count. So, unfortunate. This one's not going in our favor. 6-0. All we can do is hope that we can get to their bullpen and waste some of their time. Alright, we got him with 74 pitches. Joe's absolutely crapped the bed. Has not pitched well, but we also didn't plan on using him, so we're down 7. Alright, we got 2 guys on. They're leaving them out there. Load the bases up. Alright, we got into the bullpen. We score a run. It's a good start, I suppose. Bases are back to loaded for Kafis. And a double play. Brutal. Brutal. Troy, he's going to come in and throw a couple innings for us probably. Unless he stinks and he's not able to. We need base runners. We're not getting them. All right, a double that works. Will Bo be able to hit him in? He is not. Well, this one, our offense or our pitching has let us down tremendously. We haven't had any offense, but can't really expect them to make up 9 runs. We just gotta try to waste as much of their pitchers as we can. It's a 3-game match, and we lost the first one, but we still have time to waste their time. They're getting a couple of runs, which is nice. I think it's too much. It's too insurmountable to come back, but we are kind of getting through some of their pitchers, which is nice. As they get more home runs, but we are using like our worst pitchers as well. All right, so Clay's at 27 pitches. And we really just did not get to their bullpen at all. We might see one more pitcher. Yeah, we see Carson Coleman, so he's should be able to fatigue him at least. We're gonna need a lot of hits, a lot of base runners. Be a big inning for us. All right, 10-4. Fielder's choice. Grand slam takes us right back in it. Oh, on a cue. 10-8. All right, we have life. All right, Zach, we gotta lock in here. Lock in. All right, 10-8. We got 2 more innings. Can we do it? A 1-out double, or a no-out double. This is big. We move him to third. Come on, Bo. 0-2 count. Can you strikes out, brother. Put the ball in play. All right, big RBI hit. So we're only down a run. I can't believe it. We were down like 9-1. Yeah, what was it? It was 7-1. And then 9-1. And then we got 2 there. Chipping away. Chipping away. All right, Zach has to come out, but 3 earned runs, honestly, destroyed us, ruined our lives. But we're down a run. I think we got to bring the closer. Give us our best chance of locking it down. So we're just down a run. Mason Miller is back in. Can we get a base runner? We don't. Man, no. Come on, Kafis. Clutch up. Clutch up. Full count. All right, we get on base. We have the tying run on. Oh, no. Gave me hope. They gave me hope. Man, that's crazy that we came almost all the way back. All the way back, and we got 9 runs. So Hurston, we don't know what his injury is, but Joe came in. Yes, it's not good. It's not very good for us. All right, so we have to make some pitching moves. We got to put Hurston on the injured list. We're going to send Whitman back down. Oh. And Jacobs, I think he is fatigued as well, so we're going to send him back down the AAA, and then we're gonna look here at who is the healthiest boys. Oh, we meant to send Jacobs down. We sent Troy down as well, which I mean, whatever, whatever. All right, we're gonna bring. Oh, we don't have a 40-man spot for him. What are we even doing? All right. So we're gonna wave him to open up a spot. This is a tricky, tricky situation. So how's Thornton doing down there? He's doing pretty well. What's Dominguez doing? 209, so and he's went up 3 levels of ball. He's only 17. Oh yeah, we can bring up him. Man, I don't know. I don't really have anyone. I think we might bring up some fodder. We don't have any spots. That's where we're struggling. We don't wanna. I guess we can risk Cozart. We just need to know about our other injuries, but I guess we got to keep him up there. Maybe we can create another spot. Then we can have Van Buren up here. He's done terrible. Maybe we keep Troy up there. All right, so we are in a rough spot as far as our pitching goes. So I think Jose Suarez gets to come back into the rotation. Oh, or I just immediately eliminate him. All right, we'll see what some of these injuries are. Jake Bennett. I keep calling him Jack. I haven't talked about him in like 2 months and two, I guess, in-game months, and still call him Jack. All right, so we're gonna put him to the 60-day. We're gonna get Pete Fairbanks back pretty quick as well. So actually, we'll have him back for the next day, which means that we can send Van Buren down and bring Jake back into our rotation entirely. All right, so that helps us out a lot. And then we'll have, what's his name? Fairbanks back as well. So we do lose that game there. We're only a half game out still behind the Royals. White Sox are right with us as well. But we really want to catch the Yankees. So we did do a decent job of getting into their bullpen a bit. We did score 9 runs, so we just need better pitching, of course. Easier said than done. So who do they have? Cam Scheitler. He's on the bump today. All right, Cal, we need you to lock the freaking. That's not locking in. Oh, they get a quick run. Can we get Jose on? There we go. There we go. Good start. Good start. Two straight walks. That's what we love to see. Lots of pitches. Two strikeouts and two walks. That's kind of what our team does. But we did get some pitches in there. We need Cal to calm down. There we go. Got through that inning. So he's at 29 pitches. We actually got him to throw a ton of pitches in that inning. Reach on an error, so the great start to the inning. All right, we get two guys on, so he's already had three walks. We're locked in. Full count. 3-run home run. There we go. His pitch counts all the way to 49 already. Above 50. And we got a 3-run home run. And another home run. Fantastic. Fantastic. So DeLauder continues to mash. So this could be where we really take advantage of him. All right, we get him the second. A double's going to get us a run. This is really good. So he is really struggling. We're going to get him above 70 pitches here in the second inning. It's his fifth walk. We got him above 80. He's going to get above 90. We are going to get into their bullpen really quick. Oh my goodness. 9 runs. That's brutal. 88 mile per hour exit velocity. We're breaking physics. So they had to go into their bullpen with a 9-run inning. That's what's weird with this strategy is like sometimes it just you don't get anything going and then sometimes you have just a massive inning like that. And I feel like it just when a pitcher is struggling to throw strikes, then it just exponentially destroys them. So we have 8 runs of support for Cal. So surely he doesn't blow the lead. He's trying to, my goodness. We only have 4 hits and 9 runs. This is what we do. This is what we do. So quick inning for them. 75 pitches. We would love for him to get through 5. See if we can get to Fernando Cruz at all. He seems to be locked in today. All right, Cal, one more inning. You have 5 runs to play with. You've walked 6 people. My goodness, you're as you've walked as many people as Cam did. All right, we got to another bullpen arm. We need some base hits. We need some base runners. Not strikeouts. All right, we get a guy on base with 2 outs. Will it turn into anything? Does not. But we did get Cal through 5 innings. Really inefficient start. I mean, honestly, the 4 runs is a bigger problem. He threw a lot of pitches as well. So we're up 5, so I think we can go with Yuri here. And we're going to pitch 2 batters here with him. Because we would like for him to get through 2 innings. All right, we get a single. Strikes out. Another strikeout. Another guy on base. All right, they're in. So how's their bullpen doing? They're pretty cooked right now. And it's only the 6th. I mean, they should have enough to get through this game. almost assuredly, unless there's another like massive inning that we had. They hit. They hit us. All right, were they able? Manzar was able to stay in. We did get a 10th run, which is nice. Oof, we leave them loaded. That's what we do. We strike out, walk, and we leave the bases loaded. All right, so we have a 6-run lead. Two-out walk, we'll take it. All right, Yuri's at 30. We have 6 runs of support. He gives up a home run. We're gonna try to force him through the 8th here. So he only gives up 1 run in 3 innings. So he ate some innings for us, which is nice. All right, we have the leadoff guy on. A strikeout. Full count. And a double is going to get us runners in scoring position. With 1 out. Another strikeout. So what we do... We don't get any runs there. We have a 5... Do we... This is risky. Alright, he walked 2 guys. He's cooked. We could try to get too much from him. So we're going to put Walters in. So neither one of those guys on base matter. Now it matters a little bit more. All right, so let's say they get hit a grand slam and tie it up. That would have been devastating. And I tried to be aggressive with Yuri to maybe give him another inning, and he walked 2 guys. But honestly, did okay. I guess that run didn't count towards Walters, but Cal gets his 5th win of the year. We had 16 strikeouts. I guess they had 13, so we're not even striking out that much more than the other team. And they had 10 walks, so they had a similar amount of walks than us. We were just able to take advantage a little bit more. All right, so we lost the first game against the Yankees. We won the second game. We are 2 games back of the Yankees now. This will put us back 1 game of them. Pete Fairbanks is back, so Yuri, sorry, buddy. You've been banished. So we will hopefully, well, thankfully, we get more than 1/3 of an inning, and we got him extended for 4 years. So has a no trade clause, would consider trades to all of these teams. Why do you want to leave us, Pete? You've thrown 1/3 of an inning for us and blew out your arm. All right, so a little nervous to have Jake in here, but it is what it is. We got to have him there. Milan Tolentino, I'm glad that he's figured it out. He's such a random player. Like most of the time, he stays as a 2-star player, and then sometimes he just becomes a super utility man. Which, you know what? It's good for him. What has he done this year? So he played just a little bit for us last year, and he's batting 283 with 8 home runs. I mean, like actually a viable starter for him. All right, so Jake, lock it in. We need a good start from her. It's not a good start. All right, how's their bullpen doing? All right, we're in a good spot here. So they have Mason Miller. I can't believe they got Mason Miller. That's actually insane. The Padres and the Yankees for George Lombard. Wow, they actually gave up a ton. Honestly, for the Padres, probably pretty good value they got back from that. So I can't actually blame them. Because Mason Miller is a really good reliever, but they got a lot of players back. All right, well, good start. And they have Jack. I really get all. I guess the Yankees do this in real life, but so Bryce Cunningham, 24-year-olds in High A. The Yankees got scammed there. 4-year, 84. I guess it was an expiring contract. That's just, I guess the Yankees can spend money. All right, we have one out with guys on second and third for Ralphie. Will he get to 2 strikes and clutch up? Full count. Strikes out. All right, we got him close to 30 pitches. Oh, he strikes out. So, was it 27 or 28 pitches for the first inning? Really good. 2 solo home runs. He's been injured for a while, so we don't expect him to do that great. We need our offense to clutch up. Very good. Got the leadoff guy on. We're not going to try to steal right now. All right, a walk. We get 2 guys on for Chase. See if he's able to clutch up for us. Full count. Fly out. Not what we needed. Angel Gano is getting the start today at second base. All right, he gets a walk. Jose Ramirez, just the man that we want up. 1-2 count. He strikes out. Base is still loaded. Got him above 60 pitches. Oh, we are so close. So close to breaking open this game. All right, Jake. He has 2 outs. All right. Still down 2. We are getting Flaherty to throw a lot of pitches. He has 4 walks. See if we can get 2 guys on. Right, 2 guys on with 1 out. Full count. Move him into scoring position for Bo, who's 0 for 0 on the day. Man, we just need that clutch hit. We just haven't had it. Keep getting guys in the right positions. See if Jake's able to lock it down. 2 out hit. All right, still down 2. He's at 91, so we should be able to get him well above 100 this inning. Fly out. So he'll get above 100 in this at bat. All right, Angel Gano gets walked. That's his 6th walk on the day. We need Jose to clutch up here. 2 walks. He's at 107. They're going to really try to push him through this inning, it seems. Come on, Yankiel. Double play. Brutal. Brutal. Oh. Alright, he's at 73, so honestly he's doing pretty well. Especially for being injured for a while. Got out of that inning as well. So 2 runs through 5 innings. We will certainly take that. There's no way they're leaving Flaherty out there with 112 pitches. Alright, there we go. He's still in. That's actually nuts. How is Manzardo getting picked off? My dude has 0 stolen bases this year. He's getting picked off by a right-handed pitcher. All right, we get a and Manzardo just costed us. We could have tied. Could be tied. Our worst base runner gets picked off at first. What a goofy result for him. He's at 126 pitches. Like, sometimes this gets ridiculous. This is not the World Series. This is not Game 9 or Game 7 of the World Series, where you have no other pitchers left. They have a whole bullpen. All right, Jake has to come out. He's not going to be able to get the win today. We're going to bring Seawald in. We're just going to have him pitch to batter. All right, we're into the bullpen now. They've had mercy. All right, we get a base runner. See if Angel's able to get some action going. 1-2 count. Moves him into scoring position. Jose has another opportunity to get an RBI. He flies out. We're still down a run. We're going to leave Seawald out there. One more out. All right. We're just down a run. This is a really big game, too, at this point of the year. All right, we're pinch running for Manzardo, especially because he got picked off the last time. Clan behavior. Is he fatigued? Energy? No, he's well rested. All right, so we're going to put Capus in there for Manzardo. Give us some speed. They bring the lefty in. So Ralphie does have a home run on the day, but we're going to pinch hit because we have Rosario. We also have Angel in. We're going to put Rosario in. Kind of risky, but we got to try to get something going here. We're going to try to steal with Kafis. Hey, it's caught. Oh, brother. Brutal. And he strikes out, so wouldn't have mattered anyway. We're going to go into the 8th here. Fairbanks is going to come back and make his debut. Immediately is giving up hits. They might get another run here. They get their 3rd run. All right, boys, we need some runs. We need some base runners. We need anything. Anything, please. All right, we got a base runner. Bo's 0 for 2 on the day. Full count, clutch up, strikes out. All right, a double. All right, big double, big double. Sitting up in our seats a little bit. 2-3. We have the tying run at second base. Go ahead run on first base now. This is where Jose needs to clutch up. It's 0-2, doesn't matter. He's going to ground out. Unfortunate. All right, Fairbanks. See if he can get us through this 9th without giving up a run. All right. One more chance to score. Mason Miller. He's got to be pretty fatigued. Oh, he's full 5 stars, though. 2-2. We get a ground out. Another 2-2 count. Pops out. Rosario, please. Hit a bomb. Oh, it's unfortunate. So we do end up losing 2 out of 3 against the Yankees again, which is rather unfortunate. So we have a lot of guys that are at the waivers. So we got them off the 40-man at least for now. I don't really care about his development. We're just going to leave him there. Throw some guys from the international to there, and or we can just leave that to international. We'll do a quick check of the prospects. So I'd love to see that. He's been doing pretty decent. He still has good potential at both positions as well. He's batting 221. So, and his ERA 409. So honestly, he's not too bad. All right, so Angel's at the major league level with us. Dari Fernandez doing pretty well down there. Jace is still ranked. We just don't have a good spot for him. We get some injuries, then we might, but Dean Gurley's doing well at AAA. But we are right there in the thick of things. right there in the thick of it. But we need to continue to win. I mean, we've been the sweep against Atlanta was really big. Obviously, I would rather have had that against New York because that would have put us right there in the thick of the wild card race. But we are behind the two people in our division, and we've been doing pretty well against them. Let's look at our schedule here. So we have the series here against the Giants, Baltimore, the Mariners, Reds, Twins, and then we finish the season against the White Sox, which could be a um, massive series for us. So hopefully that goes well. But that's gonna be it for this one. If you made it to this point, I appreciate it. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.